Hey everyone, second day in a row, or second thing in a row, I should say. No reviews this week, so we brought you some fun little content. Go check out Sunday's video where we talked about the WWE releases that happened over the weekend. But this is a tier list. With WrestleMania season approaching, I thought it'd be fun to do if we ranked all the male champions in the four major promotions, WWE, AEW, TNA, and New Japan. If you like the video, maybe we'll do a women's and we'll do a tag teams. You know, more content for you. So let us know in the description box whether you like that type of content or not. With me once again, we have Campo.Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, everything else in between. Go follow him. His link is in the description box down below. We are growing on Spotify, so go follow us on Spotify if you want to hear the audio version of these shows. And once again, like, comment, share, subscribe. Comments help the algorithm a lot. I notice when comments are left on there, our viewership numbers go up. So make sure if you like it, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. It helps us out a lot. So today we are doing a tier list ranking all the current male champions in the four major promotions. So let us go right to a tier list land. I know, sorry, Nick, stealing it from you. All right. So let us start. WWE. We got Cody Rhodes as your first champ here.
Well, considering the fact that I've never heard of this roadie codes,
Roadie codes.
um, I
Juan
I don't
Cena.
know. I mean, like it felt good. He's good.
He's good. I
I'm
just
bored.
it's yeah, he's only had really what, four or five different major feuds.
I think the lead up to him winning
Was better.
was way better, and it gassed everybody. And by the time he became champion, nobody gave a
Yeah.
crap. Like when he won, we everyone was like, yeah. And then
Well,
now
it
it's
took
like,
it took 2 years because it was two Rumbles worth, right?
yeah. And I don't know. I mean, he's definitely can't be a mid Carter.
No, I'd put him in world champ. I don't think he's legendary. I don't think this is a legendary run
I think we're gonna have a. I think this list is gonna be a lot more troublesome than
than
we're
we
gonna
think.
come down to in the end. Because like the next guy, Gunter,
Mm-hmm.
he's a really good wrestler.
Yep.
So our criteria based on was like wrestling ability,
Mm-hmm. Quality
care,
of their
the
run
quality of the run, and
and
then the
character work.
character. Um, Gunter hasn't really had a real story, at least not in my eyes, not on the level of a Cody Rhodes, but he's a way better wrestler than Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes. And their characters are kind of equal-ish, their
Yeah,
character
I
work.
still wouldn't put him in legendary, but I'd put him. I enjoyed this run a little bit more. I'd put him just ahead of Cody.
I would put him ahead of Cody for the fact that I always want to see more Gunter,
Gunther.
and I'm kind of just tired of Cody.
Yeah,
Like
I.
Cody is now my WWE version of John Moxley in AEW,
So
where
there
it's
you
just
go.
like I don't even want to see you for a
He's
bit. Like
coming up, but
yeah.
Braun Breaker. I've enjoyed this run. I think this has been a legendary run to me.
I don't know, his character's poo and he can't talk and he doesn't really have a storyline.
No, but it's been great though. His quality of matches have been great though.
But that's one out of three criterions.
Yeah. Would you maybe slot him between Cody and Gunther?
I'd put him in mid card.
Yeah.
I mean, you could okay, if you want to argue it out, I'm not going to argue
No,
with you.
that's. I mean, I'm fine with that because
You
like
wanted
his.
legendary.
Yeah.
So you gotta there's no way you're gonna let me put it
I'm.
in mid card.
Let's put him at the back of
I just for me, I don't outside of the story that he had with Sami Zayn, it's just been like he can run really fast.
yeah. Uh Shinsuke Nakamura, I think this is European champ.
I think so too, because we all know the only reason he won this belt was to take it to
Yeah.
Japan, and there's already plans in place for him to lose it.
To Penta, apparently.
Which I mean, the match will be actually I don't know if the match will be good because
It's two different styles.
the like it's not even like a disrespect because I know like we talk about Tanahashi sometimes in the same type of vein. Where
Hmm.
I think Shibata is the best of the three of them as an actual wrestler.
Yes.
Um, but he's like even in the at the best matches that he has, I find Shinsuke really boring to watch. Not that he's bad, I think he's
Yeah.
talented. It's just the type of it's a Zack Sabre Jr.-esque match
Yeah.
where it's like if you have him with the right guy, it's a banger. But like it also even like watching Zack sometimes against really good guys is kind of
It's
boring.
kind of, yeah.
He has to
Like
have a
that,
perfect opponent.
like when we watched Wrestle Kingdom and he faced Umino, it was a meh match.
Yeah, right. And it's like at least in WWE with the wrestlers they can give him to face,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of options where the match is going to turn out to be like fantastic.
But I could see if he does the parent what they're saying the Mania match is Penta versus Shinsuke,
I mean, I'm
and
gonna enjoy it.
yeah, and I'll
Like these are
definitely
two
enjoy
really good
that.
wrestlers. So like what can we say here?
Yeah,
But yes, this run specifically has been European champion.
yeah. And let's get this out of the way. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. Konosuke Takeshita is on this list twice because he's champion in AEW and New Japan.
We will
They,
tell you which run is which when
yeah,
we move it.
and when we move it, and they may not be the same position. So let's move on to AEW. John Moxley. This
Like
has been a mid card. It started off
I think
strong.
it started off amazingly and it slowly it got too much like it's a weird I don't know how to
Yeah,
describe it. It's Orange Cassidy, Orange Cassidy, Orange Cassidy, Orange Cassidy. I
yeah,
don't need two shows a week for
yeah.
2 months where one guy is just getting stomped out by a group of people. Like
Agreed.
you started the storyline off NWO-esque where it
Hmm.
was me against the world.
We're taking over.
We're taking over. And then everyone in AEW had to band together. We were just waiting for the moment when the Bucks would turn face and Kenny was going to come back, and it never happened. And then you shoehorned
Yeah.
Jay White into it, and then you shoehorned Adam.
Cope.
Yeah, you Cope and then Hangman
FTR.
Page and FTR. Then you took Hangman Page out of the equation.
Yeah.
He was like the
Like,
biggest part of the storyline, and now he's not part of
is
it
that even,
anymore.
I don't know what's going on with that
Instead,
story.
he's doing some weird thing. It's really funny, but like some weird thing with Max Caster that I don't
Yes.
understand.
Yeah. He's just mentorship. I don't know. Okay. This is Konosuke Takeshita's international championship run in AEW.
I think that it's been, I don't want to say
I,
legendary. I
I
can't.
it has to be though. That we got to put something up there.
Okay, of all the matches that this group of people on the board have had so
He's had the
far with their
best.
belt, is by far the best. It's
He's
not even
defended it the
close.
most.
It's not even remotely close how much better his
Yeah.
matches are. But his character is fine, but it's mostly defined by having
Good matches.
by good matches and having what's his face speak for him.
Don Callis.
Don Callis, right? Like he's a menacing character, but he doesn't have anything else to it except what we're hearing from Don Callis.
Yeah.
And I mean, the storylines have been pretty decent. The problem is they keep flopping them. They keep switching to something new. And obviously, we just want to see him fight
Yeah.
Kenny again.
And that's what we're waiting for. But I mean, for the time being, out of all the criteria, I think he fits it the most.
Okay, I would put it in world champ, but if you're saying legendary, I guess that's arguable that we can move it up there
Yeah,
because
because that's all there really is. Um, Okada, Continental Champion. I
mid
put
card.
him just ahead of Moxley though,
Yeah.
because at least the character's funny.
The matches have been
Bitch.
great. The character was funny. It had some go with it.
Yeah.
The weird loss of the elite here,
Yeah.
like he doesn't have Jack Perry or the Young Bucks anymore. He's just
Yeah.
alone. And I find it strange kind of now to watch it.
Yeah.
But the matches were good.
The
Minus
match.
the match that he had the other day against Commander was awful.
Oh
Absolutely
yeah.
awful. Commander was like a human botch
Yeah.
fest.
After that great dynamite, they shit the bed on that dynamite a few weeks ago.
And
Oof.
then Okada has that disorder that we were talking about with at the Rumble where he doesn't know how to let a failed spot go and he still sells it even though he should just let it go
Yeah.
and then try again.
Yeah. He has to know sell that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because he like still was like, okay, you missed me with the Hurricane Rana. I'll just grab your legs and put them around my head. Like, why would you do that?
Daniel Garcia, TNT champ. Is it TNT? Yeah,
I
TNT.
okay, TNT. I like
I don't want to
this.
put it in jobber, but
No, it's not a jobber. I don't think. I like the
I like
storyline.
him. Yeah.
I think the matches were pretty solid. The character's fine, but I think he's caught up in some weird things. He's below Shinsuke.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I totally agree with that. Moving on to TNA. Joe Henry just won the championship.
It's too late.
Yeah.
It
It,
affects the storyline so much because it's way too late.
and his contract, I think, is up in like May or June.
He'll hang on as like a paid per until
Yeah.
they're ready for him to lose the belt because he's gonna go to WWE anyways, most likely.
Yeah. Perfect fit in NXT there.
And you won the TNA belt, now you win the NXT belt, then win like some kind of WWE belt.
Yeah. It has the potential, but it's too little too late. I would put him behind Mox, maybe. Or do you want to put him just ahead of Shinsuke?
No, I'd have it behind Mox.
Yeah.
It's because the storyline is nowhere near good enough to be ahead of them, but like the character work is so good.
Yeah.
And
Um,
it was a pretty feel good moment, even how late it was.
Moose, as your X Division champion, we all know our feelings on Moose, but we can't judge it based on the person.
If this was the world title run, I wouldn't put it in Jobber, but because it's the X division and he has no actual storyline,
No. He
it's just
just
like
needs a belt around his waist.
the X division. The problem with the X division is that it's a like challenge by day type of situation. There's not really
Mhm.
storylines. Just like I want to fight for that. Okay, so you're fighting for that.
That's why that loss to Ace Austin at Genesis made no sense. Ace Austin would have been your perfect X Division champion.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Moose,
I'll say Jobber for now, but I it
yeah.
might change.
And it's not based on the fact that we're not a fan of his. It's
I think
just,
it just all compiles to like the
yeah,
situation with like the criteria, right?
yeah. All right, moving on to New Japan. Zack Sabre Jr.
This run has
Th-
been super mid card
yeah.
or
Uh,
top of mid card.
top of mid card, but yeah, I was expecting more. Like the match quality's been hit and miss. Like that Umino match.
75% of them have been
Yeah.
miss.
Yeah. That Umino match was not the greatest because their styles are too clashy. Oh, that's
Hey,
another name we missed yesterday on our release list. Duke Hudson from NX from Chase U,
oh yeah,
former
we've completely forgot about that. Who
TMDK
cares?
member. So I could see him joining back with TMDK.
Yeah, that might not be the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And
But
if they can find a way to get Jonah back,
once he heals from two broken ankles.
I mean, I don't think he will because I think they're going to throw whatever money that he wants because he'll
Yeah.
be in Bloodline.
Yeah. But But yeah, that's where I'd put Zach too. Okay, Yoda Suji.
I don't know. This is hard. The match quality's been good. The character's pretty cool, but
The
like,
build up
what's
up
the
to it has been
storyline?
good too, right?
But like, what's the continuing storyline
There
now?
is no continuing storyline. I love Yoda Suji. I love the belt and I love what it could be. But for now, I'm putting him here.
Wow. I'm not going to argue it because I think your shocking move feels nice in my pants region.
Like honestly, I love Suji. Don't get me wrong. The character, I really like the character. Dumb nickname, Gene Blast.
Yeah.
Sounds like Bob Burger's
It's
Gene.
something to do. It has to be like it. I was always convinced that it had something to do with dinosaurs because at the beginning it has like a T-Rex sound when he comes out.
Yeah.
I'm convinced still to this day that the character they wanted it to have something to do with dinosaurs, but then they were like, "That's so
Altered like
stupid."
he's altered DNA.
Yeah,
He's
but
like an
they're like,
altered
"Okay, that's so
beast.
stupid. Leave it behind." They're like, "Forget
Yeah.
about it." Like, and I didn't forget about it because I remember that when he got introduced, there was like a whole dinosaur thing on the
Yeah,
board.
with the DNA strands, the double helixes.
Yeah. Anywho,
Yeah. One of our faves, El Desperado as your junior heavyweight. We can't
I
really see, I can't really judge this one because he won it on an error.
ahead of Okada, and I'm gonna give 4 reasons.
Hmm.
That's my process.
Yeah.
The match equality is good.
It'll always get good quality
He
from El
only had three
Desperado,
matches so far with the belt, and they were good, even though one of them got cut short by someone breaking their arm.
right?
Um,
But he wasn't champ. That's where he won the belt.
but
That's the reason why he won the belt.
his story work to divert to this where they had to go was so professional, and
Yeah.
I got to give him something for that.
Let's get the record straight here. If Doki were still champion at this, he'd be just ahead of Braun Breaker.
Doki would be a yeah world champ for sure.
Yeah. That's our thoughts. Another one, ELP, short run right now with the television champion, but his character is good.
The matches
Matches,
have been good, and such a feel good story.
yeah. I'd
Okay,
put
you
him.
might hate me. I want to say world champ at the back.
I'm not gonna disagree with that. I'm not gonna disagree with that. At least there's some substance to the storyline. You still got that built-in feud with Jeff Cobb, right? Who still wants the belt back.
It felt like a mini finishing the story.
Yeah.
Like
And
he
it's
finally
already
we
on our
we finally got it. We finally
yeah.
got our ELP win. Like this is like we've been waiting for this.
hmm He is one of our favorites. Like ELP, if you're, watching the show, call us. Come join the show if you want, man. Anytime, we'll love to have you. You or Ninja Mac, we'd love to have either of you.
Or at the same time.
Or at the same time, that would be great. Oh, that's
Make
a
like a
dream for,
circus seal.
yeah. But Yoda Suji, Konosuke Takeshita as your never openweight champion.
The bottom of European champion.
Yeah, not jobber because his matches are always good, but it don't make sense.
It's yeah. The matches were good, the two
Yeah,
matches, but what else is there?
yeah,
Was it three matches?
three.
Three matches.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. As much as we love him,
Because of what he's doing, he's gonna be
yeah,
one of those guys with this specific belt where it's just like show up and play. You
yeah,
know what I
belt
mean?
collector. Yeah,
Like
okay. We lost you for a second there.
yeah, well, I lost you for a few seconds.
Okay,
Anyways, yeah, we get it.
yeah, but yeah, that's fine there. Gabe Kidd, this may shock you. Matches have been outstanding. Character work has been great. He's really come into his own. He made that belt mean something after he won it off of Eddie Kingston.
Hmm.
You're trying to fight it.
I'm not trying to fight it, but it's like making me in my head, it's like then don't we kind of have to move Gunther and Cody up, or at least one of them? Like logic based.
Yeah, but think about the length of run he's had too.
Think about the length of run that Cody's had and how long
Yes,
it took
but
to finish
that
that
I
story.
know, but then again, from when he Cody's had the belt for a year and none of this like he's faced Kevin Owens three times. He faced AJ twice, Solo Sikoa three times.
Okay, but
Like
does the lead up story count?
it has to count for something.
Then Cody has to be in Legendary. He doesn't have to be at the top.
All right. I'll argue for him ahead of Takeshita.
Yeah, I think I can live with that.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
We'll revisit this list next year.
I think unanimously, synonymously with the belt.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of Isleys in Sicily.
In Sicily, where my
The
family's from.
You're going to, at least at this point, when you think of the strong belt, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
think of Gabe Kidd for
Gabe
many
Kidd.
years to come. This run is gonna be like there,
Legendary.
where
Yeah.
like you're as time passes by, you're not gonna look at that WWE belt and be like, oh, Cody Rhodes, which I understand that.
Yeah. If
Um,
he does move forward using the Winged Eagle belt, then yes, you will think of this as a Cody Rhodes run.
I mean, I kind of like this. I think I'm okay with this.
Yeah. A three in Legendary, I think, is sufficient. Of
Three
course,
is
Moose.
surprising. I don't think we were even going to get there. In my
Yeah.
opinion, if I had to really be honest, if we're factoring in all of the factors to the fullest maximus,
hmm
I'd have no legendaries. I'd have zero.
Okay.
I just have them all those guys in world champ. But I mean, I'm not upset by this list at all.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that Moose is a jobber.
Yeah. Because that's where he deserves to be. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not happy with Moose. Like, we'll revisit this list next year and see where,
there's always potential
because there's going to
for
be a
a
few changes here
secondary.
next year.
There's
Yeah.
potential for a secondary list that we could do coming soon, where it's like NXT, Noah,
Ring of
MLW,
Honor.
Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah.
Like something like that.
I think NXT, Ring of Honor, and Noah would be a good one to do. But this could all change. This next in 2 months, this could be Jey Uso. This
It's
could be
going to be.
Penta.
It will be. All of those things will be.
This will be Penta.
The only
This could be Kenny Omega.
it might be for sure. For sure, Gunter's losing to
Yeah.
Jey
This
Uso.
could be John Cena.
No, please.
I don't know.
That's not good.
Yeah. But I don't know. But it's a list we will revisit in time, probably next year. Like I said, if you enjoyed this content, give it a like, give it a comment. Let us know if you want to see us rank the women's champions. Let us know if you want us to rank the tag team champions. All those comments help the algorithm. So, with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. And in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.